Taurus, stop. Whatever you are about to do in the next 48 hours with this family situation, hold on. I need to tell you something that is going to shake your entire reality. The cards just revealed something absolutely terrifying about a family that is not your own. And the danger level here is off the charts. Before we go any further, I need you to understand something. This is not your typical reading. This is not about your mother, your father, your siblings. This is about another family. A family that has been watching you, studying you, and I am not exaggerating when I say they have been building something against you that could destroy everything you have worked for. And here is what everyone gets wrong about family dynamics and external threats. Everyone thinks that danger comes from strangers, from people you do not know. But the cards are screaming at me right now that the most dangerous situation you are facing is coming from a family unit that you think you know, that you think has good intentions, but Taurus, the web they have been spinning is so intricate, so calculated, that by the time you realize what is happening, it might be too late. I just pulled the first card for you, and I need you to sit down for this because what came out made my hands shake. The Seven of Swords appeared, and this is not appearing in the way you think. This card is telling me that there is a family, and when I say family, I mean a connected unit of people who operate together, who think together, who scheme together, and they have been stealing something from you. But here is the twist that is going to blow your mind. They are not stealing your money. They are not stealing your possessions. They are stealing something far more valuable. They are stealing your reputation. They are stealing your narrative. They are stealing the way other people perceive you. Let me paint this picture for you because the energy here is so specific. This family, they sit together. Maybe around a dinner table, maybe in a living room, maybe in a group chat that you are not part of. And they talk about you. They analyze you. They discuss your moves, your decisions, your relationships, your career choices. And with every conversation, they are building a version of you that does not exist. They are creating a false narrative. And here's the most sinister part. They are doing it so cleverly, so subtly, that anyone listening to them would think they are just concerned, just worried, just trying to help. The Seven of Swords is showing me multiple people involved in this. I am seeing at least 3, possibly 4 individuals who are all connected by blood or marriage, and they have made you their project. You have become their common enemy, their shared target, and the scariest part, they have convinced themselves that they are the good guys in this story. They have twisted the narrative so much in their own minds that they genuinely believe they are protecting themselves from you, when in reality, they are the ones who have been orchestrating attacks against your character for months. Now, I know what you are thinking. You are thinking, who could this be? What family would have any reason to target me? And this is where the reading gets really interesting, because the cards are showing me that you have been completely blind to this. You have been so focused on your own life, your own growth, your own journey, that you have not been paying attention to the whispers happening in the background. You have not noticed the subtle changes in how certain people treat you. You have not picked up on the fact that information about you, private information, personal details, has been circulating in places it should not be. And here is what makes this Seven of Swords energy so dangerous in your situation. These people are smart. They are not making obvious moves. They are not confronting you directly. They are not sending you threatening messages. No, no, no. What they are doing is so much more calculated. They are planting seeds. They are having conversations with people in your circle. They are asking innocent-sounding questions that are actually designed to gather information. They are expressing fake concern about you to mutual connections, and in doing so, they are slowly, methodically turning people against you without you even knowing it is happening. I need you to think about the past 3 to 6 months. Have you noticed any situations where people seem to know things about you that you did not tell them directly? Have there been moments where someone brought up a detail about your life, and you thought, how did they know that? Have you experienced any situations where people seem to have a preconceived notion about you before even getting to know you properly? Because the Seven of Swords is telling me that this family has been your shadow marketing team, except instead of promoting you, they have been running a smear campaign. And the method they are using is absolutely brilliant in its cruelty. They are using something I call the concern trolling technique. They approach people and they say things like, "I am just so worried about Taurus. Have you noticed how they have been acting lately? I am not trying to gossip, but I am genuinely concerned." And boom, just like that, they have planted a seed of doubt in someone's mind about you, all while maintaining their image as caring, concerned individuals. But here is where the energy shifts, and this is important. The Seven of Swords also carries a warning. It is telling me that their plan is about to reach a critical point. They have been building this for a while, gathering their evidence, collecting their stories, aligning their allies, and they are preparing for a reveal. They are planning some kind of confrontation or exposure where they are going to present their version of events, their collection of perceived wrongs, their case against you to a wider audience. And they are confident that when they do this, everyone is going to side with them. I am seeing a timeline here, and the energy suggests this is coming fast. Within the next 2 to 4 weeks, there is going to be some kind of situation, some kind of gathering, some kind of communication where this is all going to come to a head. It might be a family event that you are invited to. It might be a meeting or discussion that someone tries to set up. It might be a group message or email where suddenly you are being accused or called out for things you did not do, or where your actions are being completely misrepresented. And here is what the Seven of Swords is screaming at you to understand. They are going to try to make you look like the villain. They are going to try to make it seem like you are the one who has been causing problems. You are the one who has been difficult. You are the one who needs to apologize or change or fix things. They have been constructing this narrative specifically so that when the moment comes, they can point to all this evidence they have been collecting and say, "See, this is who Taurus really is." But the card is also showing me something else, and this is your advantage. The Seven of Swords, when it appears like this, is also revealing that their plan has weaknesses. Because here is the thing about people who operate in the shadows, people who scheme and plot and manipulate, they always leave traces. They always make mistakes. And the biggest mistake they have made is underestimating your intelligence and your ability to see through false narratives. The Seven of Swords is telling you that you need to become a detective in your own life right now. You need to start paying attention to the small things. Who is asking you questions that seem a little too probing? Who is bringing up topics that feel like they are fishing for information? Who has suddenly become very interested in your personal life after a period of distance? Who is trying to position themselves as a confidant or ally, but something about their energy feels off? I am also seeing that this family has been using technology in their scheming. There are messages, there are screenshots, there are recordings, there might even be documents or notes they have been keeping. They have been building a file on you, treating this like some kind of investigation, and they think they have been so clever, so sneaky. But the Seven of Swords is revealing all of it to you right now so you can prepare. Now, I need to pull another card because the energy around WHO these people are and why they are doing this is crucial for you to understand. And oh my God, what just came out is the King of Swords reversed and Taurus. This changes everything about how we understand this situation. The King of Swords reversed is showing me that at the center of this family unit is someone who is ruthless. Someone who is cold, calculated, manipulative, and absolutely convinced of their own righteousness. This is someone who has positioned themselves as the leader of this family, the decision maker, the one whose opinion matters most. And they have decided that you are a problem that needs to be dealt with. This King of Swords reversed energy is masculine, but that does not necessarily mean male. This could be a woman who operates in a very masculine, authoritarian, no-nonsense way. This is someone who values logic over emotion, strategy over compassion, winning over harmony. And they have made destroying your credibility their mission. Let me tell you about the psychology of the King of Swords reversed, because this is critical for understanding what you are dealing with. This is someone who has a massive ego, but hides it behind a facade of being rational and objective. They present themselves as the voice of reason, the one who sees things clearly, the one who is not swayed by emotions. But in reality, they are deeply emotional, deeply insecure, and deeply threatened by anyone who does not submit to their authority or validate their worldview. And here is what happened with you specifically. At some point, you did something that this person perceived as a challenge to their authority or their narrative. Maybe you succeeded in an area where they wanted to succeed. Maybe you made a choice they disagreed with and refused to back down. Maybe you saw through one of their manipulations and called it out. Maybe you simply existed in your authentic power, and that threatened them because your light made their darkness visible. Whatever it was, this King of Swords reversed took it personally. And instead of dealing with their feelings like an emotionally mature person, instead of examining why they felt threatened, instead of working on their own insecurities, they did what toxic people always do. They made you the enemy. They decided that the problem was not their reaction, but your existence, your choices, your energy. And because they are the king, because they have positioned themselves as the authority in their family unit, when they decided you were the enemy, they were able to recruit others to their cause. They started having private conversations with family members. They started sharing their twisted version of events. They started pointing out every little thing you did and framing it in the most negative light possible. And slowly, methodically, they built a coalition against you. The King of Swords reversed is also showing me that this person is using intellectual manipulation. They are not just gossiping or spreading rumors. No, they are more sophisticated than that. They are building arguments. They are collecting evidence. They are constructing logical cases for why you are problematic, why you cannot be trusted, why you need to be stopped. They are treating this like a court case, where they are the prosecutor and you are the defendant, except you have no idea you are even on trial. I am seeing that this person has been keeping records, notes about conversations you had, screenshots of your social media posts, details about your relationships or career moves, anything and everything they can use to paint a picture of you as someone who is problematic, untrustworthy, or dangerous. And they have been sharing this collection with their family members, slowly building their case, slowly convincing others that their perception of you is the truth. But here is what the King of Swords reversed always forgets. When you operate from a place of manipulation and control, when you build your power on tearing others down, when you try to control the narrative through force and intimidation, you create resentment. Even among the people who are currently going along with their plan, there are doubts. There are people in this family who are not fully convinced. There are people who have been going along with it to keep the peace, but who secretly feel uncomfortable with how far this has gone. And this is your opportunity. Because the King of Swords reversed has overplayed their hand. They have been so focused on building their case against you, so convinced of their own righteousness, that they have not noticed how transparent their motivations have become to others. They have not realized that their obsession with you is starting to make them look unhinged, not you. The card is showing me that there is going to be a moment, and it is coming soon, where this person is going to make a move. They are going to try to gather everyone together for some kind of confrontation or intervention. They are going to present their case against you. They are going to expect everyone to side with them, to validate their perspective, to join them in condemning or cutting you off, or demanding that you change. But here is what they are not expecting. The response is not going to be what they think, because when they finally reveal the depth of their obsession with you, when they lay out all the evidence they have been collecting, when they make clear just how much time and energy they have been investing in monitoring and analyzing your every move, some people are going to step back and think, wait, this is crazy. This is not normal behavior. Why are we spending so much time focused on this one person? Now, I am pulling the next card because I need to understand what this family's ultimate goal is. What are they actually trying to achieve here? What is the end game of all this scheming and plotting? And Taurus, the card that just appeared, is making my heart race because this is serious. The Five of Pentacles just came out, and this is showing me that their goal is to isolate you financially and socially. Let me be very clear about what the Five of Pentacles represents in this context. This is a card of being left out in the cold. This is a card of being cut off from resources, from support, from community. And this family, led by that King of Swords reversed energy, their ultimate plan is to create a situation where you are alone, where you are struggling, where you have been cut off from the networks and resources that support your life and your success. This is not just about damaging your reputation. This is about damaging your livelihood. The Five of Pentacles is showing me that there are financial implications to their scheming. They are either directly trying to interfere with your income or career, or they are trying to cut you off from people who could help you professionally, or they are trying to damage your reputation in ways that will make it harder for you to succeed financially. I am seeing multiple possible scenarios here, and you need to pay attention to which one resonates with your situation. Scenario 1, this family has some kind of connection to your work or business. Maybe they know people in your industry. Maybe they have influence in spaces where you are trying to grow. Maybe they have access to clients or opportunities that could benefit or harm your career, and they are planning to use these connections to sabotage you professionally. Scenario 2, there is some kind of shared financial situation or opportunity that you are involved in or could benefit from, and they are working to exclude you from it. Maybe there is an inheritance situation. Maybe there is a business opportunity. Maybe there is some kind of shared resource or asset, and they are building their case against you specifically so they can justify cutting you out of it. Scenario 3, they are targeting your reputation in ways that they know will have financial consequences. They understand that in today's world, reputation is currency. They understand that if they can make enough people believe their narrative about you, it will become harder for you to build partnerships, attract clients, form alliances, or access opportunities. They are trying to create a situation where doors that should be open to you are closed because of the whispers and rumors they have been spreading. The Five of Pentacles is also showing me that they want you to feel abandoned. They want you to wake up one day and realize that the support systems you thought you had are gone. They want you to reach out for help and find that people are not responding. They want you to look for opportunities and discover that options that should be available are mysteriously no longer there. They want you to experience what it feels like to be on the outside, struggling while they are on the inside, warm and secure and validated in their cruelty. And here is the psychological aspect of the Five of Pentacles that is really important. This card often appears when someone is experiencing hardship, but there is help available that they cannot see. In the traditional imagery, there are people struggling in the cold while a warm lit building is right behind them. They are so focused on their suffering that they do not notice the sanctuary that is available. And the cards are telling me that this is going to be your reality if you are not careful. This family's attacks are going to come at you, and there is going to be a moment where you feel like the Five of Pentacles. You are going to feel isolated, attacked, abandoned. You are going to question whether you have any real friends or allies. You are going to wonder if everyone has turned against you. But here is the truth that the Five of Pentacles wants you to remember. Just because these people are trying to isolate you does not mean they will succeed. Just because they are spreading their narrative does not mean everyone is believing it. Just because they are plotting against you does not mean they have the power to actually destroy your life. The Five of Pentacles is a warning, but it is also a lesson. It is teaching you to look for the support that is available, even when things feel dark. It is teaching you to reach out to the people who truly have your back, not the people who have been pretending. It is teaching you to find the resources and opportunities that this family does not control and cannot take away from you. I am also seeing that the Five of Pentacles is highlighting a very specific vulnerability in your life right now. There is something you have been taking for granted. Maybe it is a relationship or connection you thought was solid, but has not been properly maintained. Maybe it is a financial situation you thought was secure, but actually has some instability. Maybe it is a reputation or image you thought was unshakable, but has some cracks that you have not noticed. This family has been studying you. Remember? They have been watching, analyzing, looking for weak points, and they have identified this vulnerability. They know exactly where you are most exposed, where you are most likely to be hurt, where an attack will do the most damage. And that is where they are planning to strike. But here is your advantage. I am telling you about this now. The cards are revealing their plan before they execute it, which means you have time. You have the opportunity to strengthen your weak points. You have the chance to shore up your defenses. You have the ability to reach out to people who matter and make sure those relationships are solid before these people start trying to poison them. The Five of Pentacles is telling you to do a security audit of your life. Look at your finances. Are there any areas where you are overextended or vulnerable? Are there any situations where someone could cause you financial harm? Are there any shared accounts or resources that need to be separated? Look at your professional life. Are there any relationships or opportunities that could be jeopardized by rumors or false narratives? Are there any situations where your reputation could be easily damaged? Look at your social circle. Who are the people you know have your back no matter what? Who are the people who might be swayed by a convincing story? Who are the people this family might already have gotten to? Now, I need to pull another card because I'm getting strong guidance that there is something specific about what you should not accept from this family, and the cards want to be very clear about this. And whoa, the Three of Swords just flew out of the deck, and Taurus, this is your major warning card. The Three of Swords is the card of heartbreak, betrayal, painful truth. And in the context of this reading, it is showing me that this family is going to try to wound you emotionally in a very specific way. They are going to do something or say something that is designed to cut deep, to hit you where it hurts most, to create a wound that will take a long time to heal. Here is what the Three of Swords is revealing about their strategy. They have been paying attention to what you care about. They have been noting what makes you vulnerable. They know what wounds you already carry from your past. They understand what your sensitivities are, and they are preparing to weaponize all of that against you. The Three of Swords often appears when someone is going to experience a betrayal that involves three people or three pieces of painful information or three separate attacks that combine to create one devastating blow. And I am seeing that this family has a three-pronged attack planned against you. Prong one is going to be personal. They are going to attack your character. They are going to make claims about who you are as a person. They are going to tell stories about your behavior or your choices that paint you in the worst possible light. They are going to take real events from your life and twist them, adding their own interpretations and assumptions until the truth is completely distorted. They are going to make you out to be selfish, manipulative, problematic, or dangerous. Prong two is going to be relational. They are going to attack your connections. They are going to try to turn people against you by claiming that you have wronged them or hurt them or manipulated them. They are going to have conversations with mutual friends, shared connections, people in both your circles and theirs. They are going to spread their version of events and try to force people to choose sides. They are going to create a situation where people feel like they have to either support you or support this family, and they are going to make it seem like supporting you means going against multiple people. Prong three is going to be professional or financial. They are going to try to interfere with your success. They are going to make moves that could impact your career, your income, your opportunities. This might be direct, like actively sabotaging a job or deal, Or it might be indirect, like damaging your reputation in professional circles or spreading rumors that make people hesitant to work with you. These three prongs are designed to hit you simultaneously or in quick succession. The goal is to overwhelm you, to make you feel like attacks are coming from every direction, to create so much chaos and pain that you cannot effectively defend yourself or respond strategically. And here is what you must not accept. When this Three of Swords moment happens, when they launch their attack, when they come at you with their accusations and their twisted narratives and their coalition of flying monkeys, they are going to demand that you apologize. They are going to insist that you are the problem. They are going to expect you to beg for forgiveness, to change your behavior, to submit to their version of reality. And Taurus, the cards are screaming at you, do not do it. Do not accept responsibility for their false narrative. Do not apologize for things you did not do. Do not let them gaslight you into believing that their twisted perception of you is the truth. Do not sacrifice your integrity just to make peace with people who have no intention of treating you fairly. The Three of Swords is showing me that accepting their version of events, apologizing for things you are not actually sorry for, submitting to their demands just to end the conflict, would create a wound in your psyche that would take years to heal. It would damage your relationship with yourself. It would teach you that you have to betray your own truth in order to be accepted by others. It would set a precedent where these people learn that they can abuse you and you will just take it. I am also seeing that the Three of Swords has a timeline attached to it. This attack is coming in the next 3 weeks to 3 months maximum. The energy is building. The plans are being finalized. The stage is being set. And when it happens, it is going to feel sudden, even though they have been planning it for months. But here is what I need you to understand about the Three of Swords. As painful as this card is, as difficult as the energy might be, it also represents clarity. The Three of Swords cuts through illusions. It reveals truth. It shows you who people really are. And in your situation, as painful as this is going to be when it happens, it is going to give you clarity about these people that you could not have gotten any other way. Right now, you might still have some doubts. You might still be thinking, maybe I am overreacting. Maybe they are not that bad. Maybe I am misinterpreting their intentions. Maybe there is a way to have a healthy relationship with these people. But when the Three of Swords moment happens, when you see with crystal clarity how far they are willing to go to hurt you, how little they actually care about your well-being, how invested they are in their false narrative, all those doubts will dissolve. You will know with absolute certainty that these people are not safe for you. You will understand that their presence in your life is toxic. You will recognize that cutting them off completely is not just justified, but necessary for your protection and peace. The Three of Swords is going to hurt, yes, but it is also going to free you from any lingering guilt or obligation you feel toward these people. Now I am being guided to pull a card about what you should do, what action you need to take to protect yourself, because clearly the cards do not just want to warn you about the danger, they want to give you a game plan. And this is powerful, Taurus. The card that just appeared is the Queen of Wands, and this is your warrior energy activating. The Queen of Wands is telling you that the way you handle this situation needs to be bold, confident, and completely unapologetic. You are not going to protect yourself by being passive or by trying to fly under the radar. You are not going to win this by being nice or accommodating or trying to prove you are not the person they are claiming you are. No, no, no. The Queen of Wands says you are going to handle this by stepping fully into your power, by being so visible and so confident that their lies look ridiculous in comparison to your light. Let me tell you about the energy of the Queen of Wands, because this is exactly what you need right now. This queen does not defend herself by arguing or explaining or trying to convince anyone of anything. She defends herself by being so undeniably herself, so authentic, so powerful, so magnetic, that anyone paying attention can see the truth with their own eyes. The Queen of Wands does not shrink when she is attacked. She does not hide. She does not apologize for taking up space. Instead, she gets bigger. She gets bolder. She steps more into the spotlight. She lets her success, her confidence, her creativity, her passions speak for her. And anyone who cannot see her truth is simply not her people. This is your strategy, Taurus. When this family launches their attack, when they spread their rumors and try to damage your reputation and attempt to isolate you, you do not engage in their drama. You do not try to defend yourself to every person they have poisoned against you. You do not waste your energy arguing with people who have already decided to believe the worst about you. Instead, you focus on your life. You focus on your success. You focus on your growth. You focus on the people who do see your truth and do support you. You become so busy building your empire, so focused on your goals, so radiant in your confidence that you literally do not have time to worry about what these people are saying about you. The Queen of Wands is showing me that there are opportunities coming your way in the next few months that are going to require your full attention and energy. New projects, new connections, new chances to step into bigger versions of yourself. And if you waste your time and energy fighting with this family, trying to manage their narrative, getting pulled into their drama, you are going to miss these opportunities. But if you stay in your Queen of Wands energy, if you keep your eyes on your path, if you trust that the right people will see your truth without you having to explain it, then you are going to move through this period in a way that actually elevates you rather than bringing you down. I am also seeing that the Queen of Wands has a specific strategy for dealing with flying monkeys, with the people this family sends to confront you or question you or report back to them. And the strategy is this: boundaries without explanation. When someone comes to you repeating this family's narrative or asking probing questions or trying to get you to defend yourself, you simply say, "I am not discussing this," and you change the subject or end the conversation. You do not owe anyone an explanation. You do not need to defend yourself to people who have already decided to believe gossip over getting to know you directly. You do not have to engage with anyone who is not approaching you with genuine care and open-mindedness. The Queen of Wands knows that her time and energy are precious, and she does not waste either on people who have already shown they are not interested in truth. The Queen of Wands is also giving you permission to be selective about who you share information with moving forward. You have been too open, too trusting. You have been sharing details about your life, your plans, your feelings with people who have not earned that level of access. And some of that information has been making its way back to this family and being used against you. From now on, you need to operate with more discretion. This does not mean becoming paranoid or closed off. It means being strategic about who gets to know what about your life. It means having different circles and different levels of intimacy and sharing accordingly. It means understanding that not everyone who smiles in your face is actually happy for you or has good intentions toward you. Now, I am pulling one more card because I need to know what the outcome of this whole situation is going to be if you follow the guidance the cards are giving you. How does this story end? And Taurus, what just came out is absolutely perfect. The Eight of Cups appeared, and this is showing me that the ultimate outcome is you walking away from this entire situation with your peace intact and your future secured. The Eight of Cups is the card of conscious departure. This is not about being driven away or running away or being forced out. This is about making a choice to leave behind something that no longer serves you, even if that choice is difficult, even if other people do not understand it, even if it means leaving behind some things you wish could have been different. The Eight of Cups is showing me that after this situation plays out, after you see this family's true colors, after you understand the depth of their toxicity, you are going to make a clear decision to completely remove them from your life. And I mean completely. No contact, no updates, no checking their social media, no responding to flying monkeys, no leaving the door open for reconciliation. You are going to turn around and walk away, and you are never going to look back. And here is what is beautiful about the Eight of Cups in this position. This card shows that you are not walking away as a victim. You are not leaving because you were defeated or destroyed or broken by these people. You are leaving because you have outgrown this dynamic. You are leaving because you have evolved beyond the need to prove yourself to people who have already decided not to see you. You are leaving because you value your peace more than you value being understood by people who have no interest in understanding you. The Eight of Cups often appears when someone is leaving behind something they invested a lot in. Maybe you have tried for years to have a healthy relationship with these people or with the wider community they are part of. Maybe you have bent over backwards trying to be accepted or approved of. Maybe you have compromised yourself repeatedly trying to keep the peace. The Eight of Cups is saying that all of that ends now. You are done trying. You are done hoping they will change. You are done waiting for them to see you clearly. You are done and you are moving on. I am also seeing that the Eight of Cups represents a journey towards something better. In the card imagery, the figure is walking away from 8 cups, which represent emotional investments, toward mountains in the distance, which represent a higher path, a better future, a more aligned life. And that is exactly what is happening for you. As you walk away from this toxic family situation, you are simultaneously walking toward a life that is more authentic, more peaceful, more aligned with who you truly are. The cards are showing me that within 6 to 9 months of making this clean break, you are going to look back and be amazed at how much better your life is. Your mental health is going to improve dramatically. Your stress levels are going to decrease. Your creativity and productivity are going to increase. Your relationships with people who truly love and support you are going to deepen. Opportunities that were blocked are going to start flowing. You are going to feel lighter, freer, more like yourself than you have felt in years. And here is the final piece of guidance from the Eight of Cups. When you make this departure, when you walk away, some people are not going to understand. Some people are going to try to convince you to give this family another chance, to forgive, to try again. Some people are going to accuse you of being cold or harsh or unforgiving. And the Eight of Cups is telling you to let them think what they want. You do not owe anyone an explanation for protecting your peace. You do not need to justify your boundaries to people who have not walked in your shoes. You do not have to convince anyone that your choice is valid. The people who truly love you and understand you will support your decision without needing all the details. And the people who do not support it are showing you that they do not deserve access to your life either. Taurus, this reading has been intense, and I know it is a lot to take in. Let me summarize what the cards have revealed. There is a family, not your family, that has been plotting against you. They are led by a manipulative, ego-driven person who has decided you are a threat. They have been building a case against you for months, gathering evidence, spreading rumors, positioning you as the villain in their story. Their goal is to isolate you socially and financially, to damage your reputation and your resources, to create a situation where you are left out in the cold. Within the next few weeks to 3 months, they are going to make their big move. They are going to launch a 3-pronged attack aimed at your character, your relationships, and your professional life. It is going to be painful, shocking, and designed to overwhelm you. They are going to expect you to apologize, to submit, to accept their false narrative about who you are. And the cards are screaming at you, do not do it. Instead, you are going to step into your Queen of Wands energy. You are going to handle this with confidence and power. You're going to focus on your life, your goals, your success. You are going to let your light shine so bright that their lies look ridiculous. You are going to set firm boundaries without explanation. And ultimately, you are going to make the conscious choice to walk away from this entire toxic situation and never look back. And when you do that, when you choose your peace over proving yourself to people who have no intention of seeing you clearly, your life is going to transform. You are going to step into a version of yourself that is more powerful, more authentic, more successful than ever before. This situation that feels like a curse right now is actually going to be the catalyst for your greatest liberation. Now, before we close this reading, I need to address something critical that the energy keeps pushing me to talk about. There is a specific moment coming where this family is going to make you an offer. And Taurus, you need to know right now that this offer is a trap. The cards are showing me that after their initial attack, after they have tried to damage you and isolate you, there is going to be a phase where they suddenly switch tactics. They are going to come to you, or they are going to send someone to you with what looks like an olive branch. They are going to say they want to reconcile. They are going to claim they want to work things out. They are going to present some kind of deal or arrangement that they claim will fix everything and allow everyone to move forward. And I need you to listen to me very carefully right now. This is not a genuine offer of peace. This is a manipulation tactic. What they are actually trying to do is get you to come to some kind of meeting or gathering or conversation where they can ambush you with more attacks, where they can try to get you to admit to things you did not do, where they can record or document you in a moment of emotion or vulnerability that they can then use against you later. Or, and this is equally dangerous, they are going to present you with some kind of agreement that sounds reasonable on the surface, but actually contains clauses or conditions that would give them power over you, that would require you to stay silent about what they have done, that would lock you into some kind of ongoing relationship or obligation with them. The energy is showing me very specific language they might use. They might say things like, "We just want what is best for everyone." They might claim, "We are family and we need to stick together." They might appeal to your sense of fairness by saying, "Let's just sit down and talk this through like adults." They might try to guilt you by bringing up shared history or mutual connections. They might even try to bribe you by hinting at financial benefits or opportunities that could come your way if you just agree to their terms. But here is what you need to understand. People who genuinely want peace do not spend months plotting against you first. People who genuinely want reconciliation do not build cases and gather evidence and turn others against you before extending an olive branch. People who genuinely care about your well-being do not launch coordinated attacks on your character and reputation and then suddenly want to be friends. What they are doing is a classic manipulation move called hoovering. It is when toxic people realize that their attacks did not have the effect they wanted, so they switch to fake kindness to try to pull you back into their sphere of influence so they can continue to control and damage you. They are not having a change of heart. They are not suddenly seeing you clearly. They are simply trying a different strategy to achieve the same goal, which is to maintain power over you. So when this moment comes, and it will come, you need to have your response ready. And your response is going to be no, not maybe. Not let me think about it, not I need to talk to other people first, just a clear, firm, final no. You are not interested in meeting. You are not interested in talking. You are not interested in their offer. You are done with this situation and these people, and you are moving forward with your life without them. I also need to tell you about something the cards are revealing about the aftermath of all this, because there is a twist coming that you need to be prepared for. Once you have successfully walked away, once you have made it clear that you are not playing their games anymore, once they realize they have lost their power over you, some of them are going to start experiencing consequences for their actions. Remember how I said that the King of Swords, reversed energy, has been overplaying their hand? Remember how their obsession with you has been so intense that even their allies are starting to feel uncomfortable? Well, once you remove yourself from the situation completely, once you stop being their target and their excuse, the dysfunction in that family unit is going to turn inward. Without you to blame, without you to focus their collective rage and insecurity on, they are going to start turning on each other. The cracks that were already there, the resentments that were being suppressed, the power struggles that were being ignored, all of it is going to come to the surface. And the same tactics they used against you, they are going to start using on each other. The cards are showing me that within 6 to 12 months of your departure, there is going to be a major falling out within this family group. Alliances are going to shift. Secrets are going to be revealed. People who were presenting a united front against you are going to be at each other's throats. And some of the people who participated in attacking you are going to have regrets when they see the monster they helped create turn its attention toward them. And here is what you need to be prepared for. When that happens, when their family unit implodes, when people start seeing the King of Swords reversed for who they really are, some of those people are going to come to you. They are going to want to apologize. They are going to want to explain that they were manipulated too. They are going to want you to validate their experience or help them or give them advice on how to deal with this person who you successfully got away from. And Taurus, you need to decide right now how you are going to handle that. Because my guidance for you is this: do not let them back in. These people participated in attacking you. They chose to believe lies about you without ever coming to you directly. They were complicit in trying to damage your life. And the fact that they later became victims of the same tactics they used against you does not erase what they did to you. Your healing, your peace, your new life that you are building, it all depends on you maintaining firm boundaries with anyone connected to this situation. That means no rescue missions, no playing therapist for people who traumatized you, no letting people back into your life just because they suddenly realized they were wrong. You are not a rehabilitation center for people who have hurt you. You are not required to forgive people just because they eventually figured out what you knew all along. Now let me talk to you about protection, because the energy of this reading is serious enough that I want to make sure you are taking active steps to guard yourself on all levels. First, practical protection. You need to lock down your digital presence. Check your privacy settings on all social media. Make sure you know who can see your posts, your photos, your location, your life updates. If there are any mutual connections with this family who you are not certain are loyal to you, restrict their access or remove them entirely. Be careful about what you share online for the next few months. These people have shown they are watching you, documenting you, looking for ammunition to use against you. Do not give them any. That viral-worthy post about your success? Save it for later. That emotional share about your struggles? Keep it private. That update about your location or plans? Skip it. You are in strategic mode right now, and that means being smart about what information you make available. Second, protect your financial information. If you have shared any bank details, account numbers, passwords, or financial information with anyone connected to this family, change it, all of it, right now. Update your passwords on important accounts. Enable two-factor authentication. Check your credit report to make sure there is nothing suspicious. Review any shared financial arrangements or obligations and figure out how to separate yourself from them. Third, protect your professional reputation proactively. This means strengthening your relationships with the people who matter in your career or business. Reach out to mentors, colleagues, clients, collaborators. Not to gossip or complain about this family, but simply to connect, to remind them of your value, to make sure those relationships are solid. When rumors start flying, you want people to have recent positive experiences with you that contradict whatever lies they might hear. Fourth, protect your emotional energy. This situation is going to be draining. It is going to bring up feelings of anger, betrayal, hurt, confusion. You need support systems in place. This might be therapy or counseling. This might be trusted friends who can listen without judgment. This might be spiritual practices that help you stay grounded. Whatever it is, make sure you have outlets for processing this that do not involve confronting these people or trying to change their minds. And fifth, protect your spiritual energy. I am serious about this, Taurus. When people attack you with this level of coordination and malice, there is an energetic component that you need to address. You might want to work with protective crystals like black tourmaline or obsidian. You might want to do cord-cutting meditations to energetically separate yourself from these people. You might want to cleanse your space regularly with sage or Palo Santo. You might want to create protective visualizations or prayers. I do not say this to scare you, but to empower you. You are not helpless in this situation. You have more power than they do because you are operating from truth while they are operating from lies. You have integrity on your side. You have clarity on your side. You have people who genuinely love you on your side. And most importantly, you have the universe on your side, because what they are doing is wrong, and the universe has ways of balancing these scales that go beyond anything you or I could orchestrate. Now, I want to talk about something that might be confusing for you as this situation unfolds. You are a Taurus, which means you value stability, you value peace, you value harmony in your relationships. The idea of being involved in controversy, of being the subject of gossip, of having enemies, it goes against your nature. You might find yourself wanting to fix this, wanting to smooth things over, wanting to find a way to make everyone happy. And I need you to resist that urge. I need you to understand that not all conflict can be resolved. Some people are not interested in resolution. Some people are invested in the drama. Some people need an enemy to make themselves feel important. And when you are dealing with people like that, trying to make peace is like trying to negotiate with someone who wants war. It is not going to work, and it is going to exhaust you in the process. Your Taurus nature also makes you loyal. Once you commit to people, you have a hard time giving up on them. You want to believe the best in them. You want to give them chances. You want to honor the history you have shared. But loyalty to people who are actively harming you is not a virtue. It is a trap. And the cards are giving you permission, encouraging you actually, to be disloyal to people who have shown they are not loyal to you. There is a version of strength that looks like holding on, and there is a version of strength that looks like letting go. And in this situation, your strength is going to be demonstrated by your ability to walk away from people who do not deserve access to you, even if walking away is hard, even if other people judge you for it, even if it means being alone for a while until you find your people. Speaking of finding your people, the cards are showing me something beautiful on the other side of this situation. Once you have cleared out these toxic connections, once you have made space in your life by removing people who were draining your energy and damaging your peace, there is going to be an influx of new connections that are actually aligned with who you are. I am seeing new friendships forming in the next 6 to 12 months that are going to feel completely different from what you are used to. These are going to be people who see you clearly from the start. People who celebrate your success instead of resenting it. People who support your growth instead of trying to keep you small. People who communicate directly instead of spreading rumors. People who handle conflict with maturity instead of orchestrating campaigns. These new connections are going to show you what healthy relationships actually look like, and you are going to realize just how toxic your normal has been. You are going to look back at the family situation and other past relationships and think, how did I ever accept being treated that way? How did I convince myself that was love or loyalty or friendship? And you are going to be so grateful that this situation happened because it forced you to raise your standards and attracted people who can actually meet those standards. I am also seeing romantic energy shifting for you in positive ways. If you are currently single, the removal of these toxic people from your life is going to raise your vibration in ways that attract a completely different caliber of romantic partner. If you are currently in a relationship, this situation is either going to strengthen that relationship by showing you who your real partner is when things get tough, or it is going to reveal cracks that need to be addressed. Either way, the ultimate result is that you are moving toward more authentic love, whether that is deepening what you have or releasing what is not working to make room for something better. The universe is clearing out everything in your life that is not aligned with your highest good. And yes, that process is painful, but the destination is so worth it. Let me also address something about timing, because I know you are probably wondering when all of this is going to happen and how long it is going to last. Based on the energy in the cards, here is what I am seeing. The initial attack, the Three of Swords moment, is coming within the next 3 to 6 weeks. It is going to be intense, but relatively short, like a storm that blows through fast and furious. The immediate aftermath and fallout is going to last another 4 to 8 weeks. During that time, you are going to be dealing with the emotional impact, setting your boundaries, watching to see who is really on your side and making decisions about how to move forward. Then there is going to be the fake reconciliation attempt I mentioned earlier, which will probably happen around 2 to 3 months after the initial attack. And your clean break, your Eight of Cups walking away moment, that is going to happen around 3 to 4 months from now. After that, you are in recovery and rebuilding mode. That is going to take another 3 to 6 months. So we are looking at a total timeline of about 6 to 10 months from the beginning of the situation to the point where you are fully on the other side of it, feeling good, living your new life, barely thinking about these people anymore. I know that might sound like a long time, but in the context of your entire life, it is actually quite short. 6 to 10 months of difficulty in exchange for decades of peace and authentic living, that is a good trade. And honestly, this process would take much longer if you did not have the awareness you are getting from this reading. You are going to move through this faster because you are not going to be surprised. You are not going to waste time trying to fix unfixable people, and you are not going to doubt yourself when it is time to walk away. Now, there is one more thing I need to tell you about, and this is important. At some point during this process, probably right in the middle of the chaos, you are going to have a moment where you question yourself. You are going to think, maybe I am the problem. Maybe I am as bad as they are saying. Maybe I do need to change everything about myself to be acceptable to them. This is a normal part of the healing process when you are dealing with gaslighting and smear campaigns. Even when you know the truth, even when you have clarity, the sheer volume of people saying negative things about you can make you start to doubt your own reality. And I need you to be prepared for that moment so you do not get stuck in it. When that doubt comes, and it will come, I want you to do something specific. I want you to write down, right now, before any of this happens, a list of truths about yourself. Write down who you actually are. Write down your values, your intentions, your character. Write down the ways you have tried to be good to people. Write down your growth, your healing, your efforts. Write down the compliments and affirmations that people who truly know you have given you. Put that list somewhere safe. And when the doubt hits, when you start questioning yourself, take out that list and read it. Remind yourself of who you actually are versus who these people are claiming you are. Ground yourself in your truth, not their lies. Let your voice be louder in your head than their voices. You might also want to reach out to your most trusted person during that moment of doubt. The friend who has known you forever. The family member who truly sees you. The therapist or counselor who understands your journey. Tell them what you are feeling. Let them remind you of the truth. Let them be your mirror when your own reflection has been distorted by other people's projections. And remember, Taurus, the fact that you are capable of self-reflection, the fact that you are willing to question yourself and consider that you might be wrong, that is actually proof that you are not the person they are claiming you are. Truly toxic, manipulative, narcissistic people do not question themselves. They do not doubt their own narratives. They do not consider that they might be the problem. The fact that you do all those things means you have a conscience, you have integrity, you have self-awareness. Hold on to that. As we come to the end of this reading, I want you to understand something about the bigger picture of what is happening here. This situation with this family, as horrible as it is part of your soul's journey. You are not experiencing this randomly. You are not a victim of bad luck. This is happening because your soul has lessons to learn about boundaries, about self-worth, about choosing peace over approval, about protecting your energy, about recognizing toxicity, about walking away from what does not serve you. And here's the thing about soul lessons. They keep showing up in different forms until you learn them. If you do not fully learn the lesson from this situation, if you walk away but you do not really change your patterns, if you remove these people but you do not heal the wounds that made you vulnerable to them in the first place, then similar people in similar situations are going to keep appearing in your life. But if you use this experience as a catalyst for real transformation, if you let it teach you everything it has to teach you, if you do the inner work to heal and grow and evolve, then you are going to be immune to this kind of toxicity in the future. You are going to spot red flags earlier. You are going to trust your intuition faster. You are going to set boundaries sooner. You are going to choose better people from the start. This is your opportunity to level up in ways you cannot even imagine right now. This is your chance to become a version of yourself that is wiser, stronger, more discerning, more protective of your energy, more aligned with your truth. And yes, the process of becoming that person is going to hurt. Growth hurts, transformation hurts, but staying stuck in toxicity hurts more and for longer. So here is my final message to you, Taurus. You are going to get through this. You are going to survive this. And more than that, you are going to thrive after this. This family, these people, their attacks, their lies, their plots, none of it has the power to destroy you unless you give them that power. And you are not going to give them that power. You are going to stand in your truth. You are going to trust your intuition. You are going to protect your peace. You are going to walk away with your head held high. And you are going to build a life that is so beautiful, so authentic, so aligned with who you really are, that one day you are going to look back on this entire situation and feel grateful it happened because it led you to where you needed to be. Stay strong, Taurus. Stay vigilant. Stay true to yourself. The universe has your back, and so do I.